Welcome everybody to Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. Sitting here with Matthew Barnaby. My name is handsome Nick Hanlon, and Happy New Year, Matt.
Happy New Year, handsome Nick. It goes
Hands?
very well, my friend. Handsome Nick, that's right.
Did you do anything where you fall down drunk in a ditch like normal?
Obviously, every day.
Yeah, that's the way
I
to do
introduced
it.
my 12-year-old to tequila, and we just had a riot.
When I was her age, I was doing crack.
Yeah. No, I know. That's the story I told her as I was giving her fourth shot. It was adorable.
Basically orange
sick.
juice.
Yeah, I mean, she was a little sick to start, but, you get that into her. She's fine.
So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about the shift to Netflix.
January 6th.
January 6th.
Of Monday Night Raw.
So ironic. Netflix. It's the same day as the thing in the U.S. where they stormed. Yeah. Interesting. We'll talk about Hogan in a minute. But before anybody gets into this, obviously spoilers. We're not doing detailed move to move. We're just going to kind of give opinions on the matches. So spoiler alert. Do I have to say this every episode, you think?
Yes, you do.
Because people are stupid?
Majority wise. Wait, no. People are good and decent human beings. You're just mean.
Just for a second, I thought we agreed. Spoiler. Watch it. Or what you can do is cut out all the match parts and then watch this to find out what my opinions are. So you know what your opinion should be.
Seems valid.
So January 6th, let's get rolling. So, I mean, let's talk about the presentation, first of all. Even before we get into the multiple of matches they had at this, what I would like to call award show version of Raw. Because it felt like we were just watching speeches and award shows and a lot of sniffing each other's farts. But I like a couple things blew up in their face. But first of all, let's get into what do you think of the presentation?
Great
drones.
Intro.
The intro is cool with the tarp.
With the tarp around the ring. Great intro, great video. They really made it feel special, right? And I don't know if that's just because they're in the Intuit Dome, which is like the most technologically advanced dome on the planet right now.
They can tell
they're going to be trying to do that stuff before, like going forward, right? Because the backdrop behind the screen had stands. It's the first time fans have been facing the opposite way of the entrance ramp.
Right? Don't they do that a lot now with that smaller?
I've not seen a 360 degree.
Yeah, it was totally 360. Actually, you're right. I've never seen it totally 360. Usually they got something going up the middle. Yeah. That's that stadium. You can see how loud each indivial person is to see.
Right, and they didn't take advantage of that. I was kind of surprised, but the presentation really felt like special, right? And then with the tarp dropping and Triple H in the center of the ring, I mean, I cheered.
That was really cool.
I thought it was really cool.
As a purist, though, I wish they didn't change the ring to black.
It threw me off because they had like Fortnite and Snickers on it and stuff like that. Felt very, boxing MGM Grand type.
Yeah, it doesn't
type thing, but it did fit the vibe of the overall show with the very black and red. Even the new announce table, right?
I like the new ref outfits.
Yeah, agreed.
Pretty cool.
So it definitely felt new and special, and that opening, 10-15 minutes with the video and then Triple H having his little chatty chat, I thought was fantastic.
Did The Rock talk long enough, do you think?
He talked less than I thought.
Yeah, unlike somebody else we'll talk about in a minute, but holy cow. Like, The Rock was Mr. Nicey Nice Man, except for that little shot to Cody, so we'll see what happens with that. But, the
last time you saw him, Rock's wiping Cody's blood on his face and stuff like that.
And then they're joking around.
Here he is, he's hugging him, and
it shows what money brings to athletics on account of Rock just acquiring more money from, what is it, TQO? He's got more shares. I think he's $250 million worth of shares or something.
Yeah, he bought another 14 or 13 million that brings it up to a ridiculous amount.
Did he buy another, or did they give it to him?
Or they gave, it was like $14 million worth of stock.
So,
Um,
final
so
boss. He's definitely the
makes
boss.
me, yeah, it would no, right? It makes me think that he's not going to be wrestling at WrestleMania this year.
No.
So
I got
he was playing nice with everyone. So,
I got
but
some
I mean, I don't know. Okay.
So The Rock opens the show, obviously. Thanks, Cody. That's what we're just talking about. Like, did you not think he was going to say Triple H when he mentioned the guy that's carrying the company on his back?
Right.
I was like,
did.
oh, he's bringing up Triple H.
Well, especially because he was mostly business to start, right? He's name dropping execs from Netflix and calling them out and stuff like that. Very business, Rock.
Hey, thanks, Roman. I mean, honestly, boring.
Not the Rock promo I was expecting at all. Boring. Right? That was, like I said, very business. That was corporate Rock at his best right there.
But now they are trying to slow feed a larger audience. That's a big reason, probably why it was a slower vibe on this episode.
Yeah, they were almost explaining it because, I mean, you're looking at, between 5 and 20 million at best for the most watched show in the US right now, for Raw, expanding that to 800 million people or whatever ridiculous number that is. It definitely felt like they were almost explaining what wrestling was and what the show was about and things like that. It definitely felt like, here's for the audience who's catching up. It wasn't for the hardcore regular weekly watchers.
So I hope they pick it up. That being said, biggest thing in wrestling history.
Right? No, for sure. This is, I had a non-wrestling fan watching it with me Monday, and I explained how big of a deal it is. And they didn't realize that, the expansion going global onto Netflix, how much bigger their audience potential is going to be.
And should we talk? Well, you know what? Since we're just talking about production and talking stuff right now, how about Hulk Hogan getting booed out of the ring, out of the arena?
My Lord, I did not expect that at all.
That's a bunch of disrespectful jerks out there. He's a legend.
So
you think it's because they're in California?
No, I mean the way wrestling is now was shaped by people like Hogan. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that.
Just booed him. The guy's half cripple. You're booing a cripple. These people were booing a cripple.
People have the right to voice their opinions. Okay.
You boo cripples.
I think if they have a certain personal history and political history that doesn't jive well with the general wrestling crowd, you're gonna get booed.
You maybe wanted to bring Hogan in like Texas, Tampa.
Florida would have been perfect where he lives. Yeah.
Oh man, that was awkward.
Yeah,
I want his beer though. Wonder where his beer's coming to town.
Real American beer. And hey, Jimmy Hart was there, so you can't
cool.
Be all mad.
Come on,
be all mad. That dude hasn't aged in the last 30 years. He looks the exact same.
I mean, I bet you he doesn't die. That's natural. No hair plugs at all.
No, none.
You think Stone Cold's not on wrestling that much anymore because WWE would toss some money on his beer? I mean, he's had beer for like 10, 15 years. They've helped advertise it, but they've never put money into it.
Maybe, but also the fact that they haven't been sponsoring things like that. The very first sponsor for WWE in that regard, where it was on the actual canvas and things like that, was Logan Paul's Prime. Yeah,
that's not on there no more.
And it is not on there anymore. I didn't notice the Prime stand at the corner either.
There was no Prime, nothing. It's probably a lot more money on Netflix. But he's back.
Definitely. But he is back. Yeah, he claimed he was going to retire, and
that's
like, I'm a father now. I'm going to retire. You'll never see him in a ring again. Oh wait, you got Netflix money now? I will come back.
He's fighting McGregor in Dubai in like 6 months.
That's crazy.
250 million each or something. Oh my God. Anyway, let's keep on the real sports here, okay?
Yeah,
not that fake boxing.
We shall agree with that.
Enough of the boring shit. Let's hop into Solo versus Roman, the first match, which I believe started 45 minutes into the episode.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Yeah. And again, the presentation before the match, they showed the entire story of what's happened up
Yeah, that
until
was
now.
interesting.
And they did that for every match last night. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, and shout out to Roman's boots. Do you see his Nikes he was wearing?
Those are
Those red
great.
things. Oh, I want those. I
My
want
brother
those.
just got Jordans yesterday
Nice.
to
I've
copy
been
you.
wearing those for a year now. Yeah, yeah. I love my Jordans.
Tell
Um,
people, everybody tell Barnaby he shouldn't be wearing those in the winter. Anyway, go on.
so Solo Roman. Enjoyable match. The end stretch was fantastic. I felt it like it took a while to build up, but Roman is the man. He, you can tell he was not a happy camper at the beginning of the match. He really wanted that, his Ula Fala back. I was definitely worried towards the beginning of the match. I thought, I'm like, wow, Solo's really taking it to him.
When's the
Solo
last
could have
time you've
taken it.
seen Roman Reigns get his ass kicked for that long?
Yeah,
Maybe not even in Cody. Like it was always back and forth in most matches with him. He got his ass kicked.
he got it handed to
Hey,
him for a good 10, 15 minutes for sure in a 25-minute match or whatever, however long it was.
I mean, might as
Um,
well say it. I mean, Roman won the Ula Fala. He won the match,
yes,
right? But he, man, I'm surprised he can walk out of that place. When
that was
Solo
unbelievable.
Solo threw the stairs through the air at his head, I thought he was dead. I'm like, what?
He took a moonsault from Jacob Fatu. He took Samoan spikes.
A lot
Uh,
happened in this match. This was like
yeah,
almost WrestleMania
Solo
level.
even Solo even spiked the ref.
Yeah, that was
Like
great.
what is going on,
So,
right? But thankfully, our heroes prevail with Jimmy and Sammy coming down to make the save.
well, first of
Um,
all of Roman's friends came down and did all that stuff, and then, well, what were they doing? Were they in the shower? Why
well,
it took them so long to come down? Roman got
yeah.
his ass kicked by them before they came down.
Yeah, the new bloodline came out and took it to Roman for far too long,
It was
and then
forever. I'm like, where
Sammy's
are they?
music
Not here
hits.
yet?
Him and Jimmy come. Pretty sure you're right. Sammy had a shower cap on. He was just getting out. Um, and they make the save and they take it out of the arena. So it leaves just Roman and Solo together. And what was it like 4 spears later?
Oh, but you forgot
Uh,
about Cody coming down too, and then Kevin Owens,
go
the
ahead.
hero,
Oh my god! Yeah, I
getting
knew you
Cody
were
the
gonna.
hell out of there. Didn't he?
Kevin
Didn't
Owens
he?
has no right to be in that match.
Neither does Cody.
Cody came out because KO was ruining it. Okay, it was
No,
bad enough that the new bloodline came out. Jimmy and Sammy show up to even the odds, not to cheat, not to get the edge, to even the odds, take out the other two in the
Kevin
bloodline
Owens has
so
been
they could leave
wrestling.
those two together. And then Kevin Owens just out of nowhere,
He's allowed to show up
despicable.
anywhere at any time.
The man is despicable. He's stolen a belt and
Did
he's
he?
going around interrupting matches.
Did he pile drive the guy? He pile drived
Uh,
Roman,
he
didn't he?
he
He
attempted a
definitely
pile
stuttered,
driver. Yes, but he attempted a pile driver. It did not go through.
and I thought the match was over with that stutter. Or he's just
Yes.
like, does the
Oh,
stutter goes?
yeah.
That was awesome.
I thought for sure as soon as KO hit that, I'm like, oh, this is how it ends.
And you know why
This is
Cody comes
how
out?
Roman.
Well, he knows he could sell a few more T-shirts if his face is on the screen a little longer. It's on Netflix now. You got to sell those T-shirts. You got to get that neck tattoo on shirts. You're not getting that neck tattoo and not wanting to make a little money off it. That little tiny tattoo he's got. What?
I mean, I can't say much. Cody's neck. It's a little big.
It's a little
It's a
big.
little. It's a little big. Is all I'm gonna say.
He
God
was on
bless him.
Two
It's a
Bears,
little
One
big.
Cave recently, and he said it was way bigger than he expected when he first looked at it. I was like, oh. Yeah, so he sold some T-shirts. It came down Cody doing his little righteous thing all the time, and Roman won. But I don't know. Is he the tribal chief? What's his tribe? Doesn't he need a tribe to be a tribal chief? Are the guys in the
Well,
tribe? Is Solo in the tribe now? Does Fatu do his little pray, stand beside the wise man praying?
right? We don't know yet. And I think what did he say? January 20 something is for Raw
27th.
27th, January 27th, will be his like coronation or what have you. So we'll see, because you have, obviously we have Jimmy and Jay, and by extension Sammy and Roman, right? And then, you would think Solo is invited into the bloodline, but they've even said it several times. I mean, Jacob Fatu is unhinged and not welcome very many places outside of the U.S. prison system. Thank you, Paul Heyman, for that quote. Great quote. Right? So, I mean, do you let him in there? They're these crazy people. So they're these crazy people. You don't know if Roman's going to let them in, and what's going to happen here. Is this an exclusive club or a family thing?
I don't know. Roman might pull a Bret Hart, buddy. He might bring them all together.
Right? And then you now have 97 bloodline members that are just going to run roughshod over the place. We'll see what happens. I am cautiously optimistic. I think, recently Roman is just telling people how it is and what he's going to do. He's pretty upfront. He doesn't seem underhanded lately at all, or sneaky. I would like to see where it goes. I like the idea of Jimmy and Jay back at it as well with Roman. Although I think they should also keep pushing for Jay to do more singles matches. I like the way he wrestles. But I don't know, man. I'm excited to see what happens.
Fatu's got to be in some matches. That guy is
or go back to whatever institution he came from.
No, why? Everybody deserves a 8th chance.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't like agreeing with you, but he could be something special. He could be something big and special one day.
He looks like Umaga scary.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough of that stupid match. And then, then the Rock gives him the Luna.
The Rock puts
was
it?
Ulu Fallon, right? The Luna.
Yeah.
I got Luna Fallon down. That's what I read.
Of course you do.
Yeah. So when did the Rock tuck his balls between his legs? What's going on?
It definitely felt a little.
Is the money making him soft?
He was. That's the most toned down Rock I've seen, and especially with that audience. Are you kidding me? He doesn't go nuts and curse and swear up a storm and make fun of everybody in the building. Very surprising. Very, very surprising. I mean, he did leave and with a full bottle of tequila in his mouth or in hand, taking swigs out of it as he left the arena. So.
Oh, did he? Yeah, because he just made a lot of money.
Yes, he did.
Nice to see the New Day out there spitting truth, huh?
I mean, I think I've used the word despicable twice already, but I'm going to throw them in there too. I mean, come on. These people.
I like the New Day.
Well, Bruce, you don't watch enough wrestling, and I'll give you a pass because you don't quite understand, puppy.
You tell the truth.
No, they are just mean, horrible people. Big E did not deserve the flack that they gave him, and I say, God bless the WWE universe for booing them every time they try and speak. I don't want to hear from them right now. I'm with the audience.
They're trying to fix wrestling. They're doing everything they can to do the better for the children.
No.
Okay, Bruce, go nap. The New Day spit truth. I didn't hear what you said. They're pretty awesome, right? I love it.
So New Day.
Have you seen the jacket?
To try and talk and then get booted. The jacket.
Yeah, Kofi's fur jacket.
Oh, Kofi's fur coat. Yeah.
Come on. How do you not love him after seeing the fur coat? And that's mink for sure. I mean, he killed a lot of animals to make that jacket.
If you can't be on the side of justice and on the side of Big E, then I don't get you.
Well, Big E could have just started wrestling again. Maybe wrestle.
He came out to offer being their manager, right? And
it took him 2 years. Took him so long.
He had a broken neck. He couldn't even walk at one point. Oh.
You never heard of a wheelchair match?
Although that though his neck is pretty thick. So
Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken neck.
A broken freaking neck, yes.
And he got Big E watching Animaniacs at home.
Speaking of big necks, That's when Cena came out and graced us with his presence after New Day.
Exactly what I had written down that you stole from me here. All right, so Cena was spotted in his natural habitat wearing very colorful cereal-like clothing.
Very LA Clippers inspired gear.
Yeah. What would the best term? He's probably he's the ultimate sanctimonious son of a bitch, right? John Cena.
He's the ultimate
Probably.
baby. He's the ultimate nice guy. He's the ultimate good guy. He's
I
the
call
ultimate.
him the Wish version of Hulk Hogan.
I mean, these days that's definitely not a nice thing. Any version of Hulk Hogan is not a nice thing. Anyways, no, I love that. You know, we kind of alluded to it before, where Roman is just being Roman, and people are cheering him out. Cena's just being Cena. Cena has been Cena for the last 20 years, right?
That's the problem.
And he's getting a lot of love. This is his farewell tour. He talked about how it's his last 12 months in wrestling.
Why doesn't he come out rapping and stuff?
Oh, I think you'll see that happen.
Get a spinning belt
within the next 12 months. You will see that happen.
So
I will tell you that right now.
So he's in the Rumble.
He's going to. Yeah, he's my pick. Mark that right now.
Cena's your pick.
John Cena is my pick to win the Royal Rumble, and he's going to WrestleMania.
You're just throwing away picks now.
Yeah. It's not thrown away. That is gingerly placed. Carefully.
Gingerly, huh?
You heard me.
You're just like, you might as well just flush your pick down the toilet.
No. Okay, we're going to put some money on this.
He has been working out. You see those arms?
He used to be huge, and then last year when he came back, he was tiny. Like he had that Ozempic face. Like he was like lost like 50 pounds of 50 pounds of muscle. He looks good now. He looks real good.
He's got some good arms on him.
He's all fired up. He's ready to.
But you gotta listen to his bullshit constantly. Blah, goodness, blah, la la, blah. I want money. That's all it is.
I don't think he ever mentioned anything about money, but blah, yeah, he's a good guy.
I can see it in his eyes.
You go, okay, is that what you can see?
Oh, I'm getting a payday out of this. Oh, I could never win the championship. Maybe I could join the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see the look on your face when he wins.
Did he have to talk that long? It was a 90-minute. That was a quarter of Raw. What? That was too long. He's not the Pope.
He's not the Rock.
If it was Ric Flair, I'd be fine with it. Yeah, the Rock and John Cena took up 1 hour. Those two together. It's like a Meatloaf song. Those two. Dear Lord.
It was pretty lengthy. It was pretty lengthy. But I, for one, so happy that he's doing a farewell tour. Glad that we know it, and that he's like, this is my 12 months. This is what's going to happen. This is what we're going to try. This is what we're going to do.
You think he's doing a full 12 months?
I am all for it. Yeah, he'll do the full 12. I think so.
I mean, right? I'm hearing WrestleMania's in.
No. December's his last match. He said that on Raw. He did say
December next year.
Well, no, we're in 2025 now, so December 2025, 12 months from now,
right.
Or 11 and a half months from now, or whatever. He even said, because he was talking about, who you're going to face, right, and who you're going to face for your next match, first match back. Who you're going to face in your last match in December. He said those words. So yeah, no, he'll wrestle straight through to December.
I thought I had 3 months and he was done.
I am here for it. Nope, 12-month run. I am here for it. Royal Rumble winner takes the belt.
Full 12 months?
17-time.
Do you think he'll get both of them and it'll unify them?
Oh, I don't know.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting. I don't know about that, but I cannot wait to see what happens. I am invested in this one for sure.
He's old. The great Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
Yes, sir.
That was a slobber knocker.
That was a hard hitter.
I'll tell you what, Liv came out looking amazing, other than losing the match and her title. But really, she won. Yeah. I feel like she won.
See, I don't know, and maybe you got a speck on your glasses there. But there was some additional cheating by Liv and her team.
Where?
when Raquel punched Rhea in the face behind the ref's back,
Oh,
tossed in a chair.
She slipped.
Yeah, did she slip pulling a chair out and tossing it to her?
Did Liv not call a timeout? I thought you get a chair in the corner for a couple minutes if you need it when you're the champion.
No,
when you're the champion.
It's not boxing or MMA. There are no corner sit downs, Nicholas. It is not how this works. She cheated.
But sometimes when you're the champion, you should, I get a chair. I got to sit down for a minute.
She cheated. It was despicable. And Rhea
I didn't see any cheating.
Persevered. Well, I will tell you what I saw from my objective eyes, and that would be a really hard hitting match. I thought, I thought Liv was gonna keep the belt. I figured, she's on a roll. She won the big Saudi gaudy belt a couple of months ago.
It's the worst belt I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's terrible. But she won that. She's on a roll. She's crushing it right now. I thought this is going to be great. I can't wait. It's going to be a good match, but I thought maybe Liv was going to take it. But 2 riptides later, and we have ourselves a new champion, Handsome Nick.
She dominated.
Oh, I see what you did there.
It's because she wants to hit me. New champion.
New champ, very exciting. And,
but Liv will get that back next Raw, right?
And and Dom gets a kick in the nuts for his troubles.
That was a nut shot.
I
thought Rhea Ripley was in that moment finally smarting up and going to take him back. Like, why wouldn't she? She was the most successful with him. You might as well bring him back on board. So she can keep the belt because she can't keep the belt without doing the same thing Liv has been doing for the last year.
Well,
that's
see,
how she kept the belt.
We'll see.
Well,
we shall see.
Well.
Dom is a snake,
and
I don't like dirty, greasy-looking snake. Wash your hair, Dom.
I've heard some of my friends' daughters say he's good looking, so that's all I got to say.
Damn it.
That's your future son-in-law. This Gracie. Like Papa.
I hate that you're right.
It's Gracie. Cute mustache. Why wouldn't she, take him back, though? He's such a cute little man.
Because he has betrayed her and he was...
vice
cheated
versa.
On her, essentially.
She beat him like a what do you call it? I was gonna say like a mariachi
mule.
No, like what's the thing where you hit the
like
thing?
Like a pinata?
Yeah, she pinataed him. That's borderline racist. That should be even.
Nope.
It is one of the best moments ever.
Dom gets what he deserves, and as Rhea's leaving, who should come out to do a little celebratory lap around the ring and give her a little high five?
He's a badass. He's a singer in black and a figure in the air. Let me see where you're at. Say, hey, smash computer. The Undertaker. That was cool to see him in the American Badass gear. I was pretty happy about that.
Comes out his bike, does a lap.
I was pretty happy about that.
Gives some Rhea some love, and off he goes.
But Liv would have looked better if he just grabbed her by the neck and lifted her and put her on the back of his bike.
Oh, Rhea?
Took off.
Yeah. I thought I kept yelling, "Get on the bike, get on the bike." So I kept yelling. She didn't hear me.
I love the new camera angles by Netflix, by the way, in these women's matches. That's all I'll say. There's way less cutting. There's a few spots where I'm like, this would have been cut by now. This is lovely. So did Travis Scott smoke a blunt in the arena?
That's exactly what Travis Scott did.
Was that real weed that he lit?
And then out he comes, and he lights up a blunt and smoking a little something. Welcome to LA, I guess.
That's he's the punk rock rap, that guy.
I mean, I don't know about him other than him coming out with Jey Uso and smoking. And I think it wafted over to the announce table because Michael.
Did you see Michael Cole at that table?
Eating and dancing himself into a frenzy.
Those might have been the two best things of the whole show. him lighting the blunt, and Michael Cole with no rhythm doing the eat thing. He looked like grandpa at a wedding.
It was so bad.
It was insane.
It was so bad. Yeah. So,
but I bet you got a little raise.
And I went and grabbed a water real quick. And all I hear from the living room is my 12-year-old daughter scream, "You can't do that! You can't smoke that on TV, Dad." And I'm like, "What the hell is she talking about?" I run back, and yeah, sure enough, there he is. I'm like, I guess he can.
This ain't TV. This is Netflix.
Netflix, as they like to remind us every 9 seconds on the broadcast.
So he came down, big come down, and he's going up against Drew, and he, handily gets his ass kicked the entire. Did he get a move in other than that little sneaky move that won him the match? Did he?
He got a few moves in. He
get a move in?
He started with like a suicide dive before Drew even got to the ring. Drew comes out, first of all, looking big and scary.
That's before the match even started. Oh yeah,
before
Drew.
The match even.
Drew is.
Yeah. He comes out in his all black and dark green, looks so badass, and gets a suicide dive before he even gets in the ring. So that's one move at least Jay got him. But you're right. He literally kicked his ass for like 15 minutes.
It was like, and then Drew got a little cocky at the end and a little tiny little sneaky little roll up, little thieving Jey Uso getting that win over Drew. I don't think Drew's happy.
No, I think
he's calling the manager.
I thought for sure Drew was going to take it handily. Like he owned him that whole match. Jay kind of pulls it out of nowhere and gets the win. I was very surprised. But it is what it is. It was not it felt like kind of a slow match.
Yeah.
Kind of a palate cleanser from the first two.
Could have been better, but it could have been worse. Slower. There were some good hard knocks in there.
Well, and that's it
could have been better.
That's what you're going to get.
Got the win like he should have got, but no.
That's what you're going to get with Drew. Hard hitting like that. That guy doesn't do anything soft. Everything he does looks very very painful. And I bet Jay was very sore the next day after being in the ring with Drew.
He earned the win. And I'll tell you, the crowd definitely got some rest for when Hogan came out. That's when he came out at this point, and everybody booed the hell out of him. We talked about it. Don't want to kick a dead Hogan while he's down or whatever you say.
That's exactly the saying. Right?
I do want to try his beer, so I'll try it.
Yeah, so that's we're at like
I'm going to Tampa in February.
We'll go visit.
I'll be getting some Hogan.
Go visit Hogan.
Oh yeah, he has a store there too, doesn't he?
Yeah. He could use the friends right now. I think.
I'm gonna give him a big hug. I love you. I'll say.
I think he needs it.
Listen, brother. Yeah. So buy some of my protein powder. It's only $700. I'll sign it for an extra $500, brother.
Take some of my protein powder.
Take your vitamins.
Your vitamins.
And your prayers.
Vitamins.
Legend.
No, so we're at like what, 10:30. And there's been 3 matches on the show. So the fourth match is about to begin.
And I mean the Seth Punk match. Amazing match.
That was a good match. I don't say it wrestling wise, I feel like it saved the show, man. That it kicked it up into another gear.
100%.
That was I really loved it. Seth comes out wearing something. I don't know. It looked like a snakeskin trench coat with spikes.
He looked like
dark red and
I had a comparison for him last night. I forget now. I loved it. Did you like it?
He looks like he stole that from like a high school production of Dracula, is all I'm saying. I just, what did
I say? Oh, I should have written it down. It was amazing. He looked amazing. I was telling Zippy, like, Jeff should definitely get that jacket.
Oh,
nice
100%.
And red. Maybe make it a bit wider.
Trail.
Oh, my God.
It's got the trail.
It was amazing.
It's like an extra 4 feet long.
It was like snakeskin. That jacket's probably $25,000.
or $39.99 at that Halloween store, Spirit.
Well, at least Punk's coming to his senses though. So Punk wins the match. Great match. Did you hear his promo after, by the way?
I did. Yeah, he's coming for Gunther and Cody and.
Oh, but did you hear the last little lines? He was. I don't know if this was. Hold on. Can you hear this?
In the Netflix era of Monday Night Raw, but based on the way you got into the ring and the way you are right now, this match clearly took a toll on you. What can you say about it? What it took to win this battle tonight?
46 is just a number, and so's number 1, and that's exactly what I am, and that's exactly what I have been saying since I got here in 2005. Yeah, maybe I took a 10-year vacation, but I'm back and I'm better than ever. Ain't nobody touching me. BITW, best in the world. That's what it means. Straight edge means I'm better than you. I'm coming for all the gold in 25. Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, Netflix. Biggest thing I've ever done in my entire life. This match is for Chad Gilbert. This match is for Chris Bay. And this match is for me. And anybody who ever said that I wasn't. Look at me now.
Wow.
He's better than you. And he's talking to that crowd with their beers. He's straight edge. And he's better than you. That was a mic drop type promo.
I mean, I always loved Punk, and
I want the world to know everybody sucks.
No matter his attitude, I've always loved Punk. It was interesting that he was showing some signs of like the old school Punk, but so was Rollins during the match. Rollins yelling at the ref. I thought I was going to throw hands with the ref. I thought I was going to take out the ref at one point. Seth Rollins getting all cranky.
You might as well give Rollins Wrestler of the Decade because he's been solid, and I think he's getting sick of not having a belt on his waist, and I think he knows what he needs to do. He needs to look at some of Triple H's old tapes and start being cerebral.
Yeah. No,
He needs to be the Seth Rollins we know he could be, but also Punk. Those two guys. And then they team up because they're like, I want everything. Both champions. They're going to be the new 4 horsemen.
That'd be interesting.
Let's go.
You see, so during the match, Seth hits Punk with a GTS, and he rolls out, and you hear what he yells at Punk. He's like, "I hit your move on you," and then they sing my song.
He's the mouth of the South, man. He's got the best lines. I mean, come on. But those two's promo last week, Seth and Punk,
they're head to head on Raw last week was amazing.
One of the best promos ever. I mean, even Stone Cold was like, that was one of the best things I've ever seen. Coming from Stone Cold, that's saying something.
That's high praise. That's high praise. And they lived up to it in the ring. It was it could have been over about 4 or 5 different times, right? Seth hits a GTS, Punk follows up with a stomp. Then Seth gives him a pedigree on the
match and the Roman match. I didn't know who was going to win either match by the end of it.
Yeah, no, right. It could have gone either way. It was so good. Did you see that pedigree on the announce table? There was like zero give. It's not like the old school Spanish announce table. It just gets shattered and destroyed.
Yeah, it hurt.
He hit that announce table.
Ow!
That looks so painful.
Well, so painful. when Rhea Ripley power bombs Liv on the table.
Yeah,
she just whipped her down, and that it did move. That hurt. Ow.
But it's the resilience of CM Punk, man. I think he wanted it more because what was that? 2 GTSs, 2 pedigrees, a stomp, and a buckle bomb.
Yeah,
and Punk survives.
Punk won.
Survives.
And if you saw Seth at the end of it, he was not happy. I don't think that story is over.
God, no, that's just the beginning, I think. Did you see the blood on his cheek? I don't know. I assume it was from the last GTS he gave him. That move, man, like, depending on where the knee hits, can really suck. I was watching, when I was watching Seth do it, he did it a little differently. I can't explain why, but it looked different. Like the way he brought his knee up. I don't know if he brought up his other knee or something like that, or
If you're inexperienced, you can hurt somebody.
Right in Punk's face.
Real bad.
Like you really saw Punk's face bounce off Seth's knee. Like I thought for sure he was out cold at one point, especially after two of them exactly the same way, hitting him in the face with a knee like that. You could see his head snap back. I'm like, oh, that's a painful move to take. And proof of that is, Seth laying there busted open at the end. And,
he was a mess
from his cheek. Yeah.
He had those birds going around his head. He was definitely needed a little nappy nap. That was a great match. That's, I don't know, match of the year. It's the first time Raw. So far, match of the year. But
match of the year.
I'll tell you what, I call the Raw a little sluggish, but there was 3 great matches on that card.
Yeah.
The solo match was great. I mean, what matches do we have?
The Rhea Liv.
Rhea Liv was a good match.
Yeah, Uso McIntyre was not their best outing.
Yeah, that wasn't the best, but yeah, 3, and then the main event, like 3 great matches.
Yeah, so, that main event was that was the right call to put them on last. That was huge.
That's a WrestleMania main event match.
Oh, 100%.
It's a huge match.
100%. And it's a big deal to main event the first Netflix show with hundreds of millions of people watching. Like, that's a big deal.
It's so big they put Roman first. Roman.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. So super, super enjoyable. Really glad that they closed it out with that match. It was such a good hard hitting match too. Such a good hard hitting match.
And how about all the new content on Netflix?
Woo! So much.
Netflix
I went back to watch the Raw from 1993.
I did the same thing yesterday. But yay, Netflix. One thing, Netflix, you got to get the sound right. That was one thing they did not have. They didn't have the crowd mic'd up properly. Yeah. They didn't have a lot, and the announcers were really high and everything else was low, so it made it feel mute at times.
Yeah.
That's it's a growing
I wonder if that's an arena issue or a Netflix issue.
I've never heard them have it any other place though.
Oh, they've never done that arena before.
Well,
so
true.
I don't know if they pipe it in, if they have their own sound system, right? Because there's lights in every chair, there's sound in every chair, there's a decibel.
You think the sound would be immaculate then? I don't understand why it would be a problem.
You would think so, but if they don't know how to work with it, then who knows? But you're absolutely right. There was some segments backstage with some mic work going back and forth, and you couldn't hear what they were saying half the time. So definitely something that needs to get.
And all of a sudden, Cole and McAfee start talking, and it's like it blows you through the wall.
Yeah,
it was so. Yeah, they work on the sound.
I definitely played with my volume control more that episode than
constantly. It was so loud at times, just them talking. All right, well that's it. Thank you for watching. There'll be definitely much less technical talk next time, but this was just kind of the first one. So obviously we had to talk about a little bit of the new Netflix biggest thing in wrestling layout. What do you think? What do you out of 5? What's that Raw?
That Raw. I mean, it's definitely not a 3, but it's not a 5. So I'm gonna have to go with 4. I'm gonna go with a 4. The potential for Raw going forward is massive.
Huge.
It's very exciting. Like I said at the beginning,
the speed will be picked up.
They really made it feel like a big deal. And I hope they continue it that way because it was, the production was very, very good. I have high hopes for Raw going forward.
$8 billion is a lot of money. They ain't gonna
up here in Canada. We get SmackDown Live on Netflix as well.
Not everybody gets that.
So no, I think the States have it on the USA Network for another year or something like that before the contract runs out.
Lame.
But we will be watching SmackDown Live on Friday on Netflix, and we'll do this again.
Kayfabe wrestling talk, the way wrestling should be talked about. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let us know why one of us are right and one of us are wrong, and make some comments, and then we'll tell you why the opposite. Would that make sense?
Not at all.
Like and subscribe. That makes sense.
That does make sense.
See ya on the flip side.